up everybody, Lightning here, and welcome to this video. Now, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Titanfall 2 and comparing it to some of the newer games and seeing if it's still worth it in 2021 to buy, if it still holds up, and if it's overall just worth it. Now, the points we're going to be taking a look at are gameplay, loadout, advanced movement, microtransactions, and the multiplayer campaign, and a little more. I'll elaborate on that later. But yeah, let's get right into it. I hope you will enjoy it. And now I'm not going to say anything else, but let's just get right into this video. So in terms of gameplay, the first thing I'm going to talk about is graphics. So graphically speaking, it's holding up pretty well. Considering it's 5 years old, it holds up very well, and overall was just ahead of its time when it released. So it's great to see that it holds up against some of the newer games released in 2020 and some in 2019 as well. So to compare it, to show you what I mean, I'm going to compare it to another game, Infinite Warfare, that was released at the same date, that was ahead of its time as well. And let's see if the graphics are equal, and let's compare it after.
Copy that, Staff Sergeant.
So as you could see, they were pretty much similar in every single way. So to show you what I really mean, I'm going to compare it to Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the 2019 version. Now, it's not the best clip I chose for it, but I'm just going to compare the graphics. I'm not going to compare the gameplay. So let's talk about it after. So as I said, the clip weren't that good to do a comparison of, but it showed what I wanted to show, and that was the graphics. So graphically speaking, when you look at both those games, you don't really see that huge of a difference. Mostly because the game came out 3 years after Titanfall 2, so there's really not that much of a jump. But yeah, that was the graphics. In terms of the gameplay, it holds up pretty well, considering it's 5 years ago. The developers behind it, Respawn Entertainment, they still feed into it, and they still update it, and they still hold the game up and release free DLC, even though it's 5 years later, which is pretty commendable on their part. Now, the thing that I'm most happy about when I tried the game for the first time yesterday, it was that the game is fully balanced. Now, don't take that out of context, because of course it can't be fully balanced, but it's more balanced than, say, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. There's no broken guns, there's no broken glitches, game-breaking glitches and bugs, no weapons that are OP, everyone is equal, all the weapons are equal. There's no loadout you can choose that's better than the other, you can't dominate with the Titans or anything. So, gameplay speaking, it's one of the best multiplayer experiences. And the maps are luscious and open, no invisible walls or anything, so yeah. So the loadout and customization is what you would expect from any other shooter game. There is not that much to say about it, because it's, like I said, it's just a generic one. Of course, Respawn Entertainment put their twist on it and made it the futuristic design that it is, but it's not that different from any other games. Now, in terms of weapons, there aren't that many weapons. I would have expected a little more, a little more vast arsenal, considering it's Titanfall. The first Titanfall had a lot of weapons, but it seems like they cut down on some of the weapons in this game. So there are 5 rifles, 4 SMGs, 3 LMGs, 3 sniper rifles, 2 shotguns, 4 grenade launchers, 2 pistols, and 4 anti-Titan launchers. It's not a lot, but of course the Titans that are in the game make up for the not so vast arsenal. There are 7 Titans in total, and 4 of them is locked behind a level lock or a paywall. You can pay for the Titans, but don't worry, they don't give you an advantage. So, of course, there's other customization options as well, but there's so many that it will take hours to even explain. So I'll leave that up to you if you choose to purchase the game. But yeah, that's all I can say about the customization. So probably the most controversial thing that you can talk about is advanced movement. Now, don't let that scare you, because the advanced movement in Titanfall 2 is perfectly balanced and it's perfected and all that. The game was built around it, that's why you don't really notice that you're using it, you just use it. I personally don't really notice it, I just use it because it's in there, because I'm playing the game like it's supposed to be. Now, I can give you a little 2-minute story of why advanced movement is so hated. And that was when other games other than Halo and Titanfall adapted it. Now, let's, for example, take Call of Duty, and let's take Advanced Warfare, because that was the first Call of Duty that implemented it, I do believe. The reason why people hate it is because in Call of Duty it doesn't belong. And in Call of Duty it wasn't built around the game. It wasn't built from the ground up, it was just implemented it because they needed something else. And that's what made it so freaking repetitive. And that's why people hate it. Now, in Titanfall 2 you can't really hate it, because that's the main selling point of it is futuristic setting and advanced movement and Titans and all that. And as I said, you don't really notice it when you're playing. So props to Respawn Entertainment for actually making advanced movement not controversial whatsoever. So in terms of the campaign, I haven't really played it myself, but I did my research to give you an impression of it. It's pretty short, 5 to 7 hours, which is decent, but it could have been longer. It's very fast paced, and it's overall a very polished gameplay and a very polished campaign. It's a little bit like Mirror's Edge, if you've played it, but instead of it being an awesome, very awesome parkour game, where you can jump from rooftop to rooftop and just fly through it all, it's an all-out war with titans, and there's futuristic weapons and enemies and dropships and warships, and yeah, so it gives you a pretty good example of it. Also, Respawn Entertainment recently released a single-player DLC to try to make it a little longer, and they released Frontier Defense, a 4-player co-op game mode in multiplayer, which I will elaborate on later. So overall, it's a pretty good experience. Many people buy it just for the campaign. Even though it's short and fast-paced, it's one of the best campaigns out there. So, the biggest selling point of any game is the weapon balancing. Now, in terms of that, Respawn Entertainment really raised the bar of weapon balancing, because the weapons are very balanced, and you can't really dominate unless you have the skill to dominate, which gives an equal chance to everyone, even people that just start out in with the game. And the way that they balanced it is by making, yeah, essentially just making the attachments useless and giving everybody unlimited ammo. So yeah, they are pretty balanced. There's not really that much luck based gameplay. It's skill based only, which I really like because in Call of Duty I get shredded every time because it's luck based. In this game, I actually can have good gameplay because it's not luck based, it's skill based. There's no weapons or glitches that dominate. So, overall, a good experience. I would say that. A good balancing and credit where credit is due to Respawn for doing that. And also, the biggest balancing there has been is that you no longer can use cards in the start of the game to either spawn with a Titan or spawn with sick weapons or anything like that. They've patched it out completely. So they gave everybody an equal chance of playing and overall leveled the playing field so everybody has a chance. So the moment we've all been waiting for, the Titans. Now they are the best game mechanic ever. Not only can you pilot it, you can also jump out of it and have it fight alongside you, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Now in terms of how they've been perfected, they have been balanced, nerfed, and buffed and revamped a lot. But they are pretty balanced, you cannot dominate with them whatsoever, like you used to. They are pretty weak when you consider the fact if enough is shooting at you, you explode instantly. So it's pretty balanced. It's a fun mechanic, and yeah, it's something you have to experience yourself. Yes, the moment we've all been waiting for, a multiplayer. How does it stack up? So first of all, there's not always that many people that play multiplayer or play Titanfall 2 in general. So that's something you have to keep an eye out for. Sometimes there are a lot and other times there aren't. Usually there's about 3 to 10,000 players online at a time, and sometimes there are more or less. So in terms of content, there are 10 game modes and 5 frontier defense game modes, like I was talking about. The 4-player co-op. And in terms of the modes, there are free, TDM, there's Last Titan Standing, and there's Capture the Flag, etc. And in terms of the maps, there are 15 different maps, and they're open, and there's no invisible barriers, there's no invisible walls, they're pretty open and very big. There's bonus game modes as well. There are Glitch 24/7, there's Coliseum, there's private matches, which is still in beta, so keep out for that. And there's Frontier Defense, that's on the insane difficulty. You will not survive whatsoever. You can't even play it unless you've played the other modes first. Now, the multiplayer is one of the best. I'm not gonna lie. It's balanced, it's perfected, and it's overall just a great experience. There's no glitches, no hackers, no cheaters, and it has an anti-cheat system that bans your entire Origin and EA account if you cheat. So, if you're tired of Call of Duty or tired of just repetitive shooter games, just play Titanfall 2 for some time and you'll definitely change your perspective. So, microtransactions. The devil itself. It's not bad whatsoever. There's actually not any microtransactions in sight. Okay. There is some Actually, you cannot really define it as microtransactions because the only the only thing that I'm referring to is the ability to buy titans, and I wouldn't consider it a microtransaction. But there's a lot of buyable content uh, in game. Just looking at the PlayStation Store, I'll show you some screenshots here. There's 70 add-ons for the game, and 95% of them is just paint and skins. That's $5 per skin. Now I thought Bethesda was the worst, selling freaking $10 skins, but apparently Respawn and EA take the crown as well. So the microtransactions aren't really bad in this game. They aren't really there. So if you want an experience that isn't tainted by microtransactions, definitely choose Titanfall. So, is the game worth it in 2021? And I would say 100% definitely worth it. It's a genre defying game, and it's overall just a polished first person shooter that all FPS games should be. And as I said before, it's a great outlet to get away from repetitive FPS games if you need a break from them and just play a game that's just nice overall in general. So if you want it, definitely get it. I would say you should really get it because it's really freaking good. Now, the price of it is $20, I do believe, but everybody that has EA Play, it's free to download, no charge whatsoever. So definitely go get it.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, I know my camera's shit. Don't comment on it, please. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really spent much time making this, and I hope it really helps you if you're just seeing what the game is about and just trying to figure out if it's worth your time and your money. So I hope you enjoyed this. As always, be on the lookout for the Titanfall campaign walkthrough. I'm going to do it soon. I just have a few things I need to do first, but it shouldn't be that long. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button. We massively appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 100 subs by the end of the month. So if you want to be a part of that, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. And comment down below if you want to see another video like this. But anyway guys, this has been Lightning, and as always, peace out.